Hello students, last class we studied about adsorption and absorption. Today let me explain about the types of adsorption. First of all, you have to understand adsorption is a process of accumulation of liquid or gas molecules on the surface of solid. I mentioned clearly there are two components in adsorption. The solid on which accumulation taking place is called adsorbent, and the other molecules which are accumulating on the surface is called adsorbate. Okay? Now, if these particles are held on the surface of a solid, there will be some bond. It may be a weak van der Waals force or a strong chemical bond. Now, depending on the force of interaction between these two components, the adsorption is classified into two types. Okay, so what are the two types of adsorption? Now, suppose if I say the first one, second one you can easily guess. The first one is physical adsorption. Can you guess what is the second one? Second one is chemical adsorption. You have to remember other names also. Physical adsorption is also called physisorption. Chemical adsorption is also called chemisorption. So it is a very important aspect in this chapter. It may be asked for a 4 marks also, the differences between physical and chemical adsorptions. Before we move on to the differences between physical and chemical adsorptions, try to understand first what do you mean by physical adsorption. Okay, now look at this. In this case, the adsorbent is there, the particles are accumulated. I have shown here in this diagram 2 layers accumulated. You may ask a question, why 2 layers only? Why not the third layer? Why not the 4th layer is possible here? Maybe n number of layers accumulating. I can represent one more type of adsorption where there is a solid on which the accumulation of the molecules taking place. Generally we say the gas molecules accumulating on the solid. Here we can't expect the second layer of accumulation. Okay, now why only one layer here? Why many layers in this case? This is an interesting part. In this case, there is a strong chemical bond. The first case, what I shown, if there are many layers possible, this is a physical adsorption, and the second one is an example for chemical adsorption. Okay, now the question you will ask, what is physical adsorption? Okay, so simple. Physical adsorption is a type of adsorption in which adsorbate and adsorbent are held together by weak van der Waals forces. Okay, you studied in the first year states of matter the different types of interaction between the molecules or between the layers of molecules. In case of physical adsorption or physisorption, the interaction between the adsorbate and adsorbent is a weak van der Waals force. Okay, now you will ask, what is the bond here in case of chemisorption? Now, the bond present between the adsorbate and adsorbent in case of chemical adsorption is a strong chemical bonds. Okay, so the difference in the bond makes the difference in the number of layers. Whenever there is a weak van der Waals forces, many layers of accumulation possible, whereas in case of chemisorption, where strong chemical bond is formed, there is a only one layer accumulation possible because the second layer can't form the strong chemical bond. Okay, so I hope you understood the definition. Physical adsorption, let me repeat, it is a type of adsorption in which adsorbate and adsorbent are held together by weak van der Waals forces. Chemical adsorption or chemisorption is a type of adsorption in which adsorbate and adsorbent are held together by strong chemical bonds. Okay, so after understanding what is physical and chemical adsorption, let me list out what all the characteristics of physical adsorption or physisorption. 4 to 5 points you have to remember. Now the first point, in case of physisorption, what you can understand here, nature of the bond or nature of interaction, nature of bond. I already mentioned the definition. In case of physical adsorption, can you tell me students what is a bond? It is a weak van der Waals forces. Okay, so physical adsorption is also called as van der Waals adsorption because of the bond present there. So the nature of bond in case of physisorption, you have to remember, it is a weak van der Waals forces. Okay, now the second one, reversibility. You already studied in the first year about reversible and irreversible processes. Okay, now try to understand, when the bond present between these two is a weak bond, is it possible to separate? Yes, we can easily separate the accumulated molecules from the surface of a solid. So the physical adsorption becomes a reversible process. Comparatively, you can remember, when the strong chemical bond is there in a chemisorption, it is very difficult to separate. It becomes an irreversible process. But I am concentrating on physical adsorption now. The process involves a weak van der Waals forces, so we can easily separate the components, so it is reversible. Okay, now the third one, nature of the adsorbate, you have to remember. You know what is adsorbate? The molecules which are accumulating. Nature of adsorbate, you have to understand, easily liquefiable gases. Now generally you studied about a critical temperature in the first year, thermodynamics aspect, even the states of matter. So which all the gases can be easily adsorbed, which will form the van der Waals forces easily? If you concentrate on that point, remember, easily liquefiable gases, the gases which can be easily converted into liquid state, that gets adsorbed, forming a physical adsorption. Okay, so the third point you have to remember here, nature of the adsorbate, easily liquefiable gases, or the gases which has a higher critical temperature undergoes physical adsorption easily. Okay, now the fourth characteristic what you have to remember here, it is simple, surface area of adsorbent. Now you can understand, if there is a more surface area for accumulation, there will be more adsorption. Okay, so because when there is a more available space for the accumulation, automatically more layers are possible, more number of particles can be accumulated. So surface area of the adsorbent also decides the rate of adsorption, the speed of adsorption. More surface area available means there is a more accumulation. Okay, so that is a fourth characteristic you have to remember in the physical adsorption or physisorption. Now coming to the fifth one, the amount of heat liberated. I mentioned in the previous class, whenever there is an accumulation of gases on the surface of solid, some amount of heat is liberated. Means the process of adsorption is exothermic. Now concentrating on the physical and chemical adsorptions, comparatively if you study, no doubt in both the cases there is a liberation of heat. I am not telling that one is exothermic and one is endothermic, both are exothermic, but depending on the strength of the bond, the amount of heat liberated will differ. So can you guess now in which case the amount of heat liberated is less? Okay, even though both physical and chemical adsorptions are exothermic, the amount of heat liberated is not same. In case of physical adsorption, due to weak van der Waals forces, the amount of heat liberated will be less. No doubt it is exothermic. The next point what you have to remember, amount of heat liberated is less and it is in the range of 20 to 40 kilojoules per mole. Try to remember, students. The amount of heat liberated is in the range of 20 to 40 kilojoules per mole of accumulation of the substance. Okay, and you can easily understand in case of chemical adsorption it will be greater than this because of the strong chemical bonds. Okay, so this is one more point you have to understand. Amount of heat liberated, it is 20 to 40 kilojoules per mole. Okay, now one more important point you have to understand, what is the effect of pressure and what is the effect of temperature on the adsorptions. Okay, when we discuss about the differences between physisorption and chemisorption, you will understand the effect of temperature and effect of pressure. In these two cases, if we compare, there is an interesting fact. Okay, now I mentioned before, physisorption happens due to formation of weak van der Waals forces. Okay, and you already know, you studied it before, the van der Waals forces generally favored at lower temperature. So now you have to remember, among physisorption and chemisorption, which is favored at low temperature? It is physisorption, because the van der Waals forces formed at lower temperature more easily than higher temperature. So effect of temperature you can remember. In case of physical and chemical adsorption, if you compare, usually physisorption favored at low temperature, chemical adsorption favored at a high temperature. The last point you have to remember, what is the effect of pressure? Effect of pressure, if you study, again I told you, the surface area of adsorbent is one of the factor deciding rate of adsorption, and the pressure is another factor. That means if you increase the pressure, there will be more and more accumulation. Okay, now you may ask, what happens in the chemical adsorption, which I'll discuss in detail later. In case of chemical adsorption, there may be effect of pressure in the beginning, but after accumulation of one layer, we say unimolecular layer, whatever be the high pressure you provide, there is no second layer accumulation possible. So remember, in case of physical adsorption, what I can say, if the pressure is increased, adsorption also increases. Okay, that means in case of chemisorption, there is no effect of pressure after accumulation of one layer of molecules. Okay, so these are some of the characteristics of physisorption. I hope you understood. Let me quickly remind you once again before I go to the characteristics of physisorption. The first one, nature of the bond. In case of physisorption, the bond is a weak van der Waals force. Second one, reversibility. Since the bond present between the two components of adsorption in physisorption is a weak van der Waals force, we can easily detach the accumulated molecules, means it is reversible. Nature of the adsorbate, which type of gas can accumulate on the surface? It is generally easily liquefiable gases. That you have to remember, because its tendency to form a weak van der Waals force is more. Surface area of the adsorbent, it is simple, anybody can understand. If there is a more area for accumulation, there is a more accumulation. Amount of heat liberated, this point you have to remember generally. Even in the competitive exams, the questions asked based on this. Even though both physical and chemical adsorptions are exothermic, the amount of heat liberated will vary. In case of physical adsorption, it is a less amount of heat liberated. It is 20 to 40 kilojoules per mole. And effect of temperature, I told you weak van der Waals forces formed at lower temperature easily, so it is favored at low temperature. And next one, effect of pressure. In case of physical adsorption, if you increase the pressure, rate of adsorption also increases. Okay. In case of chemisorption, there may not be effect of the pressure, which I am discussing in detail when I come to that particular concept. Okay. So this is easy about the characteristics of physisorption or physical adsorption. Okay, are you clear? Now let me move on to the second type, that is a chemisorption. Okay, in chemisorption, what are all the characteristics? Again, almost similar way we can understand chemisorption, how you understood about the physical adsorption. Same thing you can study in the chemisorption also. Okay, so let me move on to the characteristics of chemisorption. After completing this, you have to tell me all the differences between physical and chemical adsorption. Now, comparatively remember, in case of chemisorption, the first point, as I told you, what is the nature of bond? In case of physical adsorption, it is a weak van der Waals force. In chemisorption, there is a strong chemical bond. Okay, it may be covalent bond, it may be ionic bond, but the stronger bond present in case of chemisorption. Okay, similar way you can study about the second point, that is a reversibility. I told you physical adsorption is reversible. Why? Because the strength of the bond is less or the weaker bond is present, attached molecules or accumulated molecules can be separated easily. Whereas in case of chemical adsorption, the strength of the bond is more stronger, so it is a irreversible process. Always remember students, among physical and chemical adsorption is irreversible, whereas physical adsorption is reversible. Okay, now third one, nature of the adsorbate if you study. Again simple, I told you in physical adsorption, easily liquefiable gases can be adsorbed easily. Here nothing like that, because the bond is not a weak van der Waals forces. Regarding critical temperature, whatever you study, it is with respect to van der Waals forces, but not in chemical adsorption like that. It is not just depending on nature of the adsorbate only, it depends on the nature of the adsorbent also. Okay, so here comes one more point I wanted to add, which can be included even in the physical adsorption, that is about the specificity. Okay, which I not mentioned in the physical adsorption because that is not specific. It depends only on nature of the adsorbate. But if there is a strong bond formation possible, it should be highly specific. Okay, so students, you remember, among physical and chemical adsorption, which is highly specific? It is chemical adsorption. Why chemical adsorption is specific? Because the bond between the adsorbate and adsorbent is a strong covalent bond, or any other chemical bonds. The strong bond formation happens, nature of the adsorbate and nature of adsorbent both deciding it, so it is highly specific. Compared to physical adsorption, I am comparing now, it is highly specific. Chemisorption is highly specific. Okay, now moving on to the next point, just like what you understood, surface area is not a deciding factor here, but apart from that, you can understand the amount of heat liberated. It is also exothermic. I told you before, both the types of adsorptions, that is physical and chemical adsorptions, are exothermic only, but the amount of heat liberated in case of chemisorption is always high, and you can remember in the range of 80 to 240 kilojoules per mole. Okay, you can remember in case of physical adsorption, what value I told you? It was 20 to 40 kilojoules, and it is 80 to 240 kilojoules per mole. That means it is exothermic, no doubt, but more amount of heat is liberated in case of chemisorption or chemical adsorption. Okay, so remember, this is actually a factor you can remember, the specificity and the amount of heat liberated, even the reversibility what we studied before. Okay, now moving on to the next point. I told you physical adsorption favored at low temperature because the van der Waals forces formed at lower temperature, but here nothing like that. There is no van der Waals force. So effect of temperature, if you study comparatively, in case of chemical adsorption, it is generally favored at higher temperature, not like the physical adsorption. It is generally favored at a higher temperature. Okay, now the last point which I told you when I explained about the physisorption, that is about the effect of pressure. Now, when the only one layer of accumulation possible, if you study about what is the effect of pressure, before the accumulation of the first layer, there may be impact of the pressure, there may be effect of the pressure, but once the one layer of molecules adsorbed, it is not possible to accumulate the second layer on the surface of this. So here what we can study, in case of chemical adsorption, pressure has no effect. Okay, you don't need to study about a Le-Chatelier's principle and other details what you studied earlier, but once a single layer of molecules accumulated, whatever be the high pressure you provide, second layer won't accumulate. So the chemical adsorption is independent of pressure. We can say pressure has no effect on chemisorption. Okay, so these are some of the characteristics. Before I go to the differences between them, try to remember the characteristics of chemisorption. Nature of the bond, it is a strong covalent bond or ionic bond. We say in general it is a strong chemical bonds. Reversibility is a very key point you can remember comparatively. Chemical adsorption is irreversible. We can't detach the accumulated molecules. Nature of the adsorbate is not only the factor, because here accumulation happens, but not because of the easily liquefiable gases or a critical temperature, something like that. So nature of adsorbate is not only the factor, nature of adsorbent also. So we say it is highly specific. Okay, chemisorption or chemical adsorption is highly specific. Then amount of heat liberated, this you have to remember, the amount of heat liberated is more compared to the physical adsorption. It is in the range of 80 to 240 kilojoules per mole. Okay, now effect of temperature, I told you it usually needs a higher temperature, or it is favored at high temperature. And the last point, effect of pressure. If you increase the pressure, there may not be increase in the rate of Physisorption happened, we know, but in case of chemisorption, if you increase the pressure, there is no increase in the adsorption, because after accumulation of one layer of molecules, second layer will not be accumulated, whatever be the high pressure. Okay, so this is about the characteristics of physisorption and chemisorption. Okay, now let me move on to the differences between physical and chemical adsorptions in detail, just concentrating on these points. Okay, in the next class I will continue about the differences between physical and chemical adsorptions. Okay, so just remember the characteristics. On the basis of that only we will discuss about the differences between physical and chemical adsorptions. Thank you.